Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be going over my 2023 planner goals for this year, and this is kind of a different video. I typically do, or in the past I have done goal videos in my power sheets, but I do not use those, or I'm not using those for this year, and actually haven't made those types of videos in quite a while actually. And I was inspired to do this video, one, so that you guys can hold me accountable because I am saving for a wedding. If you've seen my previous videos, you know that I'm currently engaged, and I'm trying to rein in on my hobby spending, and that is planner related items. And also I saw Cindy, I'll link her channel down below if you're interested. She kind of did not goal, no, she did goals, but she kind of did like a what's in my collection slash no buy type thing for this year, and that's very similar to what I was already planning to do, so I was like, might as well make this video. So here are my goals for this year. The first one is to only purchase what is necessary, and this was pretty much a goal last year, and I actually stuck to it pretty well. So my goal last year was to purchase only the kits that I would be using for that year, and I actually was pretty good with that. I think I only bought like maybe about six, like half a dozen or so kits that I wasn't planning to use that year. I just really liked them, or I had a specific use for them in mind. And compared to years prior, six miscellaneous kits really isn't that bad at all. So I was really happy about that. The only thing that I got a little bit carried away with was the foil. And I went ham on foil because 2021, I believe, was the first year that I started to use foil, and I like barely used any because I was just trying it out. So 2022 was really the first full year that I really embraced foil, I guess you can say. And I was getting really excited. I wanted to build up my collection, and boy, did I build up my collection. And now I have plenty to use. So again, this purchase what is necessary applies to both kits as well as foil items. And I do have one exception. That exception is the mystery kits that I purchased. So I purchased mysteries from School of Prince Co. and Caress Press. I have no intention of canceling those anytime soon. I probably won't this year. In the near future, I can see myself adding on Glam Planner Mystery as well. However, I probably won't this year just because, again, I'm trying to save money for the wedding. But once we have all that money saved up, I can see myself adding that on. But whether I add that on or not, it doesn't count towards this goal because I'm not counting mysteries towards the goal. The second goal that I have is that I'm allowing myself only 2 grab bag purchases. If you have seen my videos before this, you know that I do love purchasing grab bags, specifically to make franking kits or just to get kits at a discount. Because I actually think SPC is the only shop I've really seen that where you buy like a misfit, or not a, yeah, it could be misfit, like a bundle with like 4 something kits in it, but you don't know what they are, hence the grab bag. I am not allowing myself to purchase any of those this year. I said I'm allowing myself to grab bag purchase, but they are going to be full box grab bags only. And SPC does this. I believe she just has them up on their website as long as they're in stock. I don't know if any other shops do this. And I did this just because, one, again, it saves me money by limiting what I'm allowed to purchase, but also because I have a ton of multicolor functional items to use up, and the only way to really, not the only way, but the main way that I use them is with kits. But if I already have a full kit, I don't really need to pull in those multicolor items. But if I have a franking kit, and the franking kit includes full boxes, then I really do pull in those multicolored items. But I am running low on franking kits, and that's because I don't have a lot of full boxes to use, because last year I did limit the amount of grab bags I purchased. Now I did purchase them, but I did limit myself, but not like completely like I'm doing this year. So basically, long-winded way of saying that I need to use up my multicolor collection to make franking kits, and to make franking kits I need more full boxes. So I am allowing myself 2 purchases, basically one in the beginning of the year and one at the end of the year. And if it turns out that the one at the beginning of the year happened to be a really good grab bag, meaning I'm using like 9 or 10 of those full box sheets, then I probably won't allow myself to purchase another one later that year, because that basically is guaranteed over 10 new kits, which is kind of a lot. And I don't want to do that. So this too is a little bit iffy. I'm going to start it at 2. And if the one that I purchase first, if it happens to be a good one, that's the only one I'm going to allow myself. If it's more or less a bad one, so like 5 or less of those full boxes I end up making into kits, then I'll allow myself to use or to purchase another one later, because that'll mean that I'm using those multicolor items. And plus, those grab bags are typically like $1 per sheet, so I'm really only paying like $1 for a kit, which really isn't that bad. So if some of those full boxes I end up donating, I'm okay with that, because it's still on the cheaper end and I'm still using up my multicolor collection. The third goal that I have is to end the year with less kits. So I basically want to have less kits in December than I did in January. And this is guaranteed to happen if I purchase less than 2 kits per month, because of my 2 mysteries, and I'm using 1 a week basically. So this year I am starting the year with 90 kits. Yeah, I have 90 kits in my collection, which is insane. That's literally enough to almost plan for 2 whole years, almost. And now granted, I could have more summer kits, and I'm not going to use summer kits in the fall, so it really will last longer than 2 years, but you know what I mean. 90 is just an insane amount. I did not realize I had that much until I actually counted, and it kind of blew my mind. Like, if you asked me before I counted how many kits I had, I probably would have said like 50, but I have almost double that. So, and I think a good way of really reining in my purchasing is to actually quantify how much I already have, and that really put it into perspective how large my collection has gotten, and how in the past, I've basically purchased more than I'm using a year, which is growing my collection. And I don't want to do that. I want to have as minimal on hand as possible. So my goal in December, which hopefully I will check back in with you to let you know how many kits I end up with. And hopefully it is less than 90. Even if it's 89, I do not care. I just want it to be less than 90. But if it is, let's say, I think 75 would be a really good realistic goal to have. But as long as it's less than 90, I will be happy. If it's around 75, I will be ecstatic. So that brings me to the final goal, which is every season I use a specific type of kit. So if you watch my videos, you'll know that I do seasonal planner lineups, where I basically go through my whole seasonal collection, see what kits I need to use / want to use, and what weeks need to be filled for the whole season. So for example, the next video going up, not right after this, but the next seasonal planner lineup is going to be my spring. So I plan March, April, and May. And obviously things change, I know that, but it's just a good way to see what I already have and encourage me to not buy more seasonal kits, because I know if I do purchase a seasonal kit, I'm not going to be able to use it until the following year, because my kits have already been laid out, if that makes sense. So obviously things change, but it really does help me at least. So these are what I'm going to tell myself that I need to use, just to make sure I'm using my collection and not just using like the newer kits, and really using everything I have. So with that, I'm going to try to use 1 Franken kit, which again, if you're not familiar, it's basically a kit that I curated myself. So I picked full boxes, multicolor items, washi, everything else, potentially from different shops, potentially from the same shop, but something that I just designed myself more or less. 1 fandom kit, and fandom basically does not include Harry Potter or Disney, because those have their own categories. So fandom could be like, for example, Bridgerton, I count as a fandom, Gilmore Girls, Friends, anything like that. That's basically in the media, or like pulp culture, I guess I should say, that's not Harry Potter or Disney, because these are my 2 favorite fandoms, Harry Potter and Disney, and I have a ton of kits to use up within that as well. So these are my 4 main categories. Again, if I run out, like for example, if I happen to use all of my Disney kits at the beginning of the year, and I don't have any, I'm not going to purchase a Disney kit just to be able to use it. This is just making sure I use what I have. And if I use up all of them for some reason in the season, then great. And then I have two like maybes that I would like to use, but other things take priority. So after I've allocated basically 4 kits, so one in each of these categories, as well as all of my seasonal kits for that season, if I have any slots left, then I will try to use an anytime kit as well as one printable kit that I have, because I did buy a bundle from Pink Planner Shop, I believe is the shop name. I'll go ahead and link her down below as well. I did buy a bundle from her, and I have like 50 some kits in digital format that I would like to use as well, since I did pay for them. So, but those do not take priority because those I can really use anytime. I'm definitely prioritizing these, and if I have room after these 4, as well as whatever seasonal kits I chose to use, then I'm going to go to these. So that's why they have asterisks. So that is everything. Those are my 4 planner goals, with the few exceptions that I am allowing myself. Let me know if you guys did anything similar or are thinking of doing anything similar this year down in the comments below. At the time that this video goes up, it's going to be like early to mid-February timeframe. So it is a little bit late, but I did hold true to these goals in January, which you'll notice that I am not putting up a January haul, and that is because the only items that I received in the month of January are the 2 mystery kits. I literally did not purchase anything at all, either in the second half of December / all of January, which I am so proud of myself for. So I'm going to be combining my January and February hauls. So yeah, so making this goals and kind of clearly laying out my plan for the year really helped, at least so far in January. We'll see how the rest of the year goes. So with that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you have any comments or questions down in the comments below. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a good day. Bye-bye.